This man put aside his back and implanted the mechanical spine into his body. The severe pain made him tremble uncontrollably. After many transformations, the man's whole body organs are basically high-tech, and even implanted a set of auxiliary computing systems in his brain. How strong is it in the battle? Pay attention to see Johnson pick up his fist and be about to hit it. The whole set of movements is as slow as a snail in his eyes, and the system will automatically crack the move. Johnson is invincible, and he is knocked to the ground at the same time. Boda's elevator also landed smoothly. He easily put down the two miscellaneous fish, and then grabbed a gun and fired at the big black. But the big black knife that had been transformed by science and technology was invulnerable, and when Dwaye had nothing to do, Johnson quickly took out explosives and blew up the armored car. After suppressing Dwaye, several people were able to get out, and on the way, the terrorists were haunted. Dwaye drifted, took out a pistol, killed a Johnson, and not to be outdone, stretched out his arm to grab a handful and smashed it on the stone wall. Then Dwaye took everyone to a limit drift and passed through the two trucks, but after some operation, the enemy was still chasing after him, and at the critical moment, Dwaye blocked in front of Dwaye with the help of the bus drift, and the other party had no time to react. Plunged directly into the bus, and then in order to remove the virus from Anna's body, several people found a geneticist, and the other party told the two that the virus must be removed within 48 hours, otherwise the consequences would be unimaginable, and now the only way is to do it. It is to go to the terrorist's house and take out the separator from it, but this task is difficult to reach the sky, because the headquarters is full of super soldiers like Dwaye, but Johnson and Dwaye are both ruthless characters who know the difficulties, and the two came to Russia to find Dwaye's friends. Friends designed to send Anna into the headquarters to attract attention, and then the two fell into the chimney from the plane, opened the parachute, and landed smoothly. But when Dwaye opened the door, he found that there were more than a dozen soldiers among them, and Johnson was only a strong man there, and as soon as the big man got up, he was knocked out by Johnson with a punch. Dwaye looked envious, but he had no choice but to choose the road. He cried and was about to leave. After solving the soldiers, Dwaye was out of breath and had to verify the door with the soldiers one by one, and finally opened the door, but found that the door was surrounded by heavy surrounding, and the two were both arrested, and the geneticists on the other side were also arrested to extract the virus. One turn, Anna had already broken free of the restraints and knocked down the guards, and the two came to the hall in disguise to find that Dwaye and Johnson were being tortured, and Anna hurriedly rushed up and pointed a gun at Dwaye, but the weapon could not be used without authorization. At the moment of emergency, the geneticist carried a flamethrower to repel Dwaye, and then, under the cover of the geneticist's flamethrower, several people were able to successfully escape, but the bomb planted before exploded. The first scientist was killed on the spot, and the other side of Dwaye rode a motorcycle. With an armed drone, he chased after several people. Boda took Anna left and left with his right arm, not only missed a shot, but also killed a drone with his backhand, and at the critical moment, Johnson drove a heavy truck and hit it left and right. After beating the pursuers to a crush, Anna flew into Johnson's truck. Dwaye wanted to rob people, but accidentally threw himself out. Seeing that the three were about to escape, Dwaye flew onto the truck on a motorcycle. Johnson and Dwaye saw this, and stepped forward to meet each other. As the two were about to finish their game, the power of the explosion caused the chimney to collapse, and Daikoku was affected and buried under the rubble, and the three were able to escape, but the separator was damaged in the fight. In order to fix him, Johnson returned to his hometown, but it was his brother's fist that greeted him, because Johnson had not been home for more than 20 years, and now the whole world was wanted. So he thought of going home, and it was at this time that his mother came forward. Under the authority of his mother, the brothers agreed to fix the separator.